the horoscope of April 2026. What exactly is in store? Lots in store. Yes, Mars is going to be joining the Pisces stellium. That is, we have Saturn already there, Sun already there. And when Mars goes there, it's going to be really quite sharp. And we do have Ketu changing nakshatra. Now you will say that Ketu has already changed nakshatra. But no, I take the true nodes. And as per true notes, 20th April, Ketu will be moving into its own den. That is the Magha, the throne. And I hope you can hear me. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So yes, so we have Sankranti every month. That is sun's ingress in a particular sign. Every month, every 30 days, sun changes sign. So this one is unique and important because it is going to be in Aries sign, exalted sun. After the affliction of Rahu and then Saturn, now sun will be little at ease. Venus is going to be in its own zone, that is Taurus. And we have Mercury changing 3 signs from Aquarius to Pisces, from Pisces to the Aries sign. There is going to be a sign exchange, that is parivartana, between Mercury and Jupiter also. Not sign, planet change, parivartana. So that is also very important because Jupiter is in Gemini and Mercury is going to be in Pisces. Rahu is not going to be changing nakshatra this month, and Saturn is also not going to be changing signs, and neither is Jupiter. But yes, the innermost grahas do change signs, and do remember, whenever there is any planet in transition, avoid doing anything on those days, especially anything unique, anything important, anything new. Avoid, because this is like, 2 times are meeting as if. So when it is a transition mode, you should not start anything new, especially when it is the Gandanta point. Tithi Gandanta, Nakshatra Gandanta, sign Gandanta, and when sun changes sign, especially that is Sankranti. Evening time also, that is the Godhuli Bela. Why I'm discussing all this? Because sun is going to be in the Aries sign this month. And people think that, oh wow, the day sun goes into the Aries sign exalted place, I will do this. That is why I'm sharing with you this, that don't start anything on the very same day when sun moves into this Sankranti mode, okay, change. So I'm going to be sharing through a presentation what exactly is happening in the sky, and then I'll be sharing my insights on the 12 sign readings as well. Have a great month, because we have Akshay Tritiya and Hanuman Jayanti and Sita Navami also. Okay, so let me start sharing with you the desktop. Okay, so these are the April transit positions. Sun's transit is going to be in the Pisces sign till the April 14th, and then moves into the sign of exaltation. That is, it's going to be in Gandanta also, as you know, Revati and Ashwini Gandanta. So that is also a dissolving time, transitional Piscean solar tone into much more forceful Aries solar tone mid-month. And this is a change that invites a bold approach to challenges and opportunities, fostering personal growth. Major most transit is Mars, which is going to be from Aquarius to the Pisces. So this is like, a very important transit, because when Mars changes signs from the Aquarius on the 2nd of April till the 11th of May. So this is going to be emphasizing on the emotional depth more. Whenever Mars is in the emotional signs or water signs, so doesn't do well though. But yes, it is going to be a blend of intuition, assertiveness, and we navigate this astrological change, very important change again. And mundane predictions also I have to give you. Mercury's transformative journey this month 3 signs it's going to be changing. Mercury is going to be from the Aquarius sign, Rahu Ketu axis after a long gap, because 3rd February, Mercury transited through the sign of Aquarius. And 11th April, it's going to be in Pisces. 30th April, it moves into the Aries sign. So this is something which is a very culmination kind of an energy again, and it is debilitated. There's an exchange forming also between Mercury and Jupiter. So this is important mundanely because, it is going to be, it's a month of narrative change. There is something which you all will experience. And first, ideological and policy heavy, and then negotiation heavy, then faster, sharper, more militarized or executive messaging towards month end when it moves into the Aries sign. Okay. And Venus is going to be changing signs this month. That is going to be from the Aries sign 26th March to 19th April, and from 19th April to 14th May in the Taurus sign. Okay. So this is like, usually softens the markets and diplomacy only in patches. The first half is little hotter because it is going to be impulsive Venus in the Aries sign, and then it is going to be more pride based and more material or value driven and resource focused Venus. Okay. Jupiter is going to be in the sign of Gemini itself, and it's going to be in Punarvasu nakshatra only, so no change, and moves into the Cancer sign in June. Saturn is going to be in Pisces, and that is karmic restructuring and accountability, and you all know what is happening because of this water energy so much prevalent. So corporations, bureaucracies, and the governments are under silent pressure also because of the delayed institutional responses. So the main storyline of this April month, I'm just going to be going to the Ketu transit also in a bit. Explosively headline heavy in the, especially when it is in the combinations happening in before 14th of April in the Pisces sign. So this combination can produce confused chains of command, blurred accountability, covert maneuvering, maritime or coastal concerns, and emotionally charged political messaging also. And as you know, that Pisces tends to diffuse boundaries. Mars Pisces will show action through covert channels, sea routes, proxy behavior, intelligence activity, fuel logistics, border ambiguity, humanitarian crisis narratives rather than only open frontal warfare. Sun in Aries is definitely, it is going to be bringing about some some chances of it will be better. They will the authorities will come back to the senses, and but do remember, this is not a very soft month, I would say, on the global plane, on the geopolitical plane. The war situation, as you know, is there. So first half looks more covert and unstable, and the second half looks more overt and declarative. Okay. So Saturn can show some blurred and deniable operations also, maritime or air sea incidents, confusion in state communication, quiet troop, resource movement, humanitarian or refugee pressure, also oil and shipping sensitivity. So and little more direct would be, when Sun is in Aries and Mercury also starts moving deeper through the Pisces sign. So it gets little, retaliatory postures more. People will have too much of aggression in them also, and border rhetoric, as you know, airspace warnings and nationalistic escalation can happen. And coming to the next one, that is the most important one, that is Ketu changing nakshatra. True Ketu enters Magha on the 20th of April. Now, Magha is the royal, ancestral. Rahu is not changing nakshatra, only Ketu is. Now, Magha is a royal, ancestral, throne-linked and sovereignty-linked nakshatra. So this can bring about strong leadership symbolism. Dynasty. It's after 18 years, it's coming back to its own spot in Leo sign. Battles over legitimacy, okay, and questions of who holds the seat, that's the throne. Sharper pride, prestige, honor narratives in governments and ruling families. It is very different from Purva Falguni's indulgent pleasure, treaty, and optics based tone. Magha is more regal, it's regal and more absolute. This can intensify leadership centered decisions in the second half of April. Now, if we talk about the natural calamities, astrology can certify a specific disaster, but cannot show, which themes will be stressed. Maybe it is a famine, it is a earthquake. Depends. Okay. If it is water related, because it's Pisces, Mars and Saturn, whenever Mars and Saturn are together, I've seen earthquakes, tsunamis, they do take place. I'm sorry to say this, but these are the combinations I have been studying from past 30 years. So I can be very, with surety, I can claim that, yes, these can trigger these kinds of coastal disruptions also, shipping, oil, fuel, sea route problems, contamination in water, leakage, or there can be some fluid related industrial incidents which can happen. Heat, fire can also, incidents can happen as well. And also, the crop and rain anxiety or uneven precipitation signals can be also felt. So conflict among nations, lack of rains or famine risk is also quite possible. Economic and commodity wise, oil and fuel sensitive month, and shipping and freight, defense spending, food inflation concerns, commodity spikes around mid month. So please store not in bulk, let everybody get their share. And also, there can be work from home culture, which is also going to trigger during this time period. Now, the big time saving grace, or we can say the most important aspect that Hindu culture has created, is festivals. And nothing is bigger than the divine. He's there. So don't feel that we all will be in a bad shape or nothing will fall in place or etc. etc. Okay. On the 1st and the 2nd April, we have Hanuman Jayanti, Chaitra Purnima also. Mesha Sankranti, that is Solar New Year, Baisakhi, Puthandu, Pohila Boishak on the 14th April. Masik Shivratri is on the 15th April. And Vaishak Amavasya is on the 17th April. Depending on your zone, you will feel it somewhere plus minus, because I'm taking as Delhi, New Delhi, India time. Parshuram Jayanti and Akshaya Tritiya is on the 19th of April, and we'll be doing some puja on this day online. So I will let you know. And we have Ganga Saptami. Shankaracharya Jayanti is on the 21st April. Ganga Saptami is on 23rd. Sita Navami is on 25th April. Mohini Ekadashi is on the 27th April. And Narasimha Jayanti is on the 30th April. So April is not eclipse chaotic month, because there is no eclipse, thankfully. But it is still a high pressure mundane month, because the first half is carrying the residue of March's eclipse also. Plus Saturn is combust, not to forget. Saturn is combust till the 22nd April. Okay. So, while the second half gets a hard tonal shift from Mesha Sankranti and true Ketus into Magha. So, first half is, I would say, resource vulnerability time, and second half we can divide it into stronger execution and sharper nationalism, leadership centered decisions, commodity stress, and a more visible geopolitical edge. Okay, so this is something which I wanted to share with you, and the dates, You can note down the dates again here. If you will see, the dates are here. Sun in Pisces until 14th, Sun in Aries from April 14th, Mars in Aquarius until 2nd of April, Mars in Pisces from 2nd of April till the 11th May. And Mercury is in until 11th April in the Aquarius sign, and 11th to the 30th in the Pisces. Venus, April 19th till that time, it's going to be in Aries, and then moves into the Taurus sign from 19th of April to the 14th of May. So I've made this presentation. You can take a screenshot of the same also, because everything is mentioned, what can be anticipated with this. And Jupiter is in Punarvasu Nakshatra, and Saturn is in Uttarabhadrapada Nakshatra. So this is what. And Rahu Ketu, I have already told you, that's the major change which is happening. So as planetary movements unfold, karmic themes regarding leadership, collective futures, and personal accountability becomes prominent, shaping our journey ahead. See, there will be nakshatra changes of the planets also, which I will be, during the readings, I will tell you what exactly is happening in the sky. And so let us start with the reading. So the most striking April pattern is Pisces build-up. And 11 to the 14th, there is a Pisces cluster, strong cluster, because even Mercury will be there. So 11 to the 14th would be bringing about something really important, okay, something really specific. And the third striking is 20th April, when the second one is, as I said, Aries transition. The first one is Mars. Third one is 20th April, Ketu. And fourth one is striking pattern, money, commodity, food value shifts after 19th of April, when Venus enters Taurus sign also. So these are the major transit positions which are going to be. And also, I forgot to mention, we have Kal Sarpa also, which is called the nodal axis getting activated. Very important. I will read the questions and I will answer them towards the end, because, or maybe regarding the sign you can ask, I can respond in between also. So now what is happening in Kal Sarpa, when all the planets will be in the Rahu Ketu axis? You can see all the planets are in the Rahu Ketu axis. Okay. So when we talk about the Rahu Ketu axis, it is very important to understand that the part you should, I will not say you should worry about, but this is a compression zone. So you do feel compressed. These are the nodes of the moon, but definitely they impact us here in our head. Okay. They really, really impact us. So we just can't say that Kal Sarpa doesn't work. It does work, because when all the planets are hemmed in this axis, it brings about too much of pressure globally, geopolitically, personally also. So I will be sharing with you the remedies also in the due course, so you can surely feel better with them. Do that. And of course we do have so many festivals, so we should worship the divine and leave it on to him also. Coming to the sign wise readings, so let's start with, so I must tell you, this is based on the ascendant. One second, I'll just write it for you guys. Ascendant, moon, and dasha sign wise reading. So you have to see your dasha sign also. Where your dasha sign is, that is going to impact you. Okay. So make that your first house and you will know. Okay. For Aries. So for you guys, the main theme of this month is hidden moves, rising fire, and Ketu's karma which is related to your family, your children. That is going to be a major shift. Now, for Aries, you have to see what exactly is the month transition background pressure to personal visibility is happening. Then the second half, it becomes more about self-image, personal leadership, decisions, and earnings. So the first half is quieter and karmic, and the second half is stronger and more visible. Sun is going to be in Pisces till the 14th of April and enters your Aries sign. So this means that the first half of the month is more introspective, draining, and backstage. And when Sun enters your first house, it gives you confidence post 14th of April, visibility, authority, self-focus, and it is going to be good for starting something new post 14th. Mars is going to be in your 12th house. So being the ruler of your 8th also. So this means that your gains, because just for 2 days it's going to be in your 11th house. So you have gained through networks, and you have met many people also during this time period. But now on the 2nd of April, it moves into your 12th house, and there's a Saturn also waiting there. So there can be some expenditures which can grow, though Saturn controls, but sleep issues happen. Foreign matters, private frustrations, spiritual drain can happen. And this can be more inward kind of a transit, fluid and psychological sensitive. Mercury is also going to be changing 3 signs this month, from Aquarius to its sign of debility, and then will be moving into Aries sign by the end of the month. So from till the 11th of April, it's going to be with Rahu. So it means that your conversations, plans, collaborations, professional networks, they're going to be very impactful and useful in the beginning part of the month. So use it well. And post 11th of April, it's going to be the 12th house which is getting active. Okay. So that is something which is going to be, that is something which is going to be the case when we talk about the Mercury in the 12th house. So this is the time when you will have some clarity and direct communication by the or emotionally saturated you feel. You can be little overreactive also. So just be careful about that with the Mercury in the 12th house, because it is about the debilitation sign. So you do feel frustrated when things don't fall in place. Okay. Now I'm going to be sharing with you what exactly is the career and professional theme. So this month is mixed but strategic. The first half favors planning, back-end work, remote work, international links, soft networking, building quietly. Don't underestimate the 11th house Aquarius support, still active through Mercury till the 11th of April. So it's good for speaking to the right people, pitching, collaborating, or refining a long-term goal. Okay. Now, Sun will be in Aries, and after 19th of April also, this will bring about that authority will rise after the 14th of April. But after 19th April, you will see that money negotiations are becoming easier for you. Okay, so if you have to make any decisions regards to your money matters, do it after the 19th of April. Okay, so this is a better month for repositioning yourself than making reckless leaps. If you are employed, watch office politics less and output more. And if you are self-employed, your best progress comes from consistent messaging and community visibility rather than brute force. Finances will improve in phases. Okay. So the first half can feel leaky, subscriptions, travels, and hidden bills. Sorry to take a pause, but there is always one person who joins the live session to just say that I cannot hear you. I think someone has assigned this duty to this person to do this. And please don't spoil your Jupiter by doing this to me. Don't do that, not to anybody. I have not done anything like this to anyone, to any other channel also. Please stop doing this. Increase your volume, you will get to hear me. So please stop doing these, stop playing these games. This is not a good thing to do. This is for all the astrologers I'm saying who are anti me, okay? So what is happening for Aries financially? Subscriptions, travel, hidden bills, health expenses, donations, or emotional spending can quietly drain cash because of strong 12th house Pisces emphasis. Venus enters your second house zone, so income, pricing, families, resources, and financial steadiness begins to improve after that. Rahu is in your 11th house, and April is not a no money month. Okay, so I would say rather it is going to get better with the passing day. And it is a month where gains can come but must not be wasted through the unconscious spending. So this is a good month for restructuring your earnings, creating a budget, and deciding what is actually worth paying for. Okay. Now, in love, relationship, romance, and etc., this is a month where, it until when Venus is in the Aries sign in your first house, so this makes you more attractive, noticeable, and expressive. You will be in the limelight. But Mars is going to be, the Lagnesh is going to be in the 12th house. So this can make you impatient, more private, aloof, and emotionally unavailable. Ketu is going to be changing nakshatra also. It can create a sense or, that romance is either spiritually meaningful or not worth the effort. So if you're single, yes, attraction is possible, especially through networks or social visibility, but it may not feel straightforward or light. If you are in a relationship already, so the first half needs gentleness, kindness, care, because one person may want space while the other wants reassurance. Okay. So after 20th April, as Ketu moves into Magha, the emotional tone becomes more karmic and serious, and questions around commitment, children, pride, and respect may rise. Okay. As regards to marriage and partnership, now for married Aries natives or those in serious partnership, April asks for emotional maturity. Okay. The month does not scream separation, but it does show fatigue, silent resentment, sleep issues, and private mental clutter, interfering with warmth. Now, practical support matters more than dramatic declarations this month. If your partner feels you're distant, explain rather than withdraw, is suspicious, so you need to talk it out. Okay. So if you feel misunderstood, don't react. Just try to, because you're partners after all. So the very end of the month when Mercury enters Aries is a better way of saying what you actually mean. But before to that, you might just have communication gap, though Mercury and Jupiter are forming exchange, sign exchange. So that is something which is definitely positive, and for PR, visa, etc. also it is a positive one. So if you are solo or you're independent, you are on the independent path, so or living alone, so healing from maybe you're healing from breakup right now. So April can actually be very productive for you if you channelize it really well. You may feel less distracted by emotional drama and more interested in self-improvement, rebranding, learning, content creation, spiritual reflection, or preparing for a larger restart. So this is especially true after 14th of April when Sun enters your sign, that is your first house, and renews your sense of personal command. Business and entrepreneurship wise, if someone is business oriented, so this definitely will support business and use it really intelligently though. So it is a strong month for planning, positioning, pricing, content, outreach, and hidden preparation. It is better for a soft launch audience building, back-end work, systems, communication strategy. Don't go in for over-hiring, I would suggest, okay? And Rahu is also in the 11th house, so this also supports the market reach and digital growth. So use it well. And Jupiter in the third rewards consistent communication. Venus in the second, after the 19th of April, will help creation and earnings also. But Mars and Saturn are in the 12th house. Okay, so I'm warning you against burnout, secret conflict, and cash leakage. So save your money, so build with restraint. Okay. As regards to your children and progeny, Ketu is in the 5th house. It's going to make you, makes children zone karmic actually, So when it moves after the 20th of April into the Magha nakshatra, if you have children, the second half of the month may bring stronger focus on their confidence, authority issues, education, or family legacy themes. If you're trying for conception, okay, so this is not automatically a denial month, but it is a month that asks for more emotional balance and less pressure. Love and children are not absent here. They are just karmically weighted rather than easygoing. So just be careful about their health, about their sensitive aspects of life also. Okay? Anything that is very important. Okay? Then we come to the education and students, if they are thinking and planning something. So Jupiter is already in the 3rd house, and Mercury and Jupiter will be forming an exchange also. So this is the time when, discipline, study with, writing, revision, presentations, applications, skill development, all these you can work on. And Mercury pushes you more into the internal processing. Okay, so if you're preparing for interviews, communication-based exams, language papers, certifications, or content-heavy work, so you can do really well if you keep a schedule. Okay, so the caution is mental distraction due to sleep issues, overthinking, or emotional fatigue in the first half. If you have to travel, so 12th house is getting activated, no doubt, and Jupiter is also there forming an exchange with Mercury after the 11th. So this can indicate short journeys, travel planning, remote work, working from home, hybrid, spiritual travel also, okay? And foreign communications or expenses related to movement, shifting, or relocation, okay? But definitely April looks better for planning and evaluating rather than forcing a final move unless the setup is already ready for you. Mars and Saturn in the 12th house, travel shows that you need to take rest also, So break journey. Probably if you have a long distance journey, break your journey. And proper logistics, keep them in mind. If you have to go in for any kind of loans, debts, or litigation, 12th house emphasis here says, be wise with your cash and documentation. Okay. This month is good for closing leaks, paying dues, reviewing subscriptions, ending wasteful financial patterns. Litigation does not look ideal to escalate emotionally because Mars is looking here. So it's better handled through paperwork, patience, and strategy. You can file them, but you need to wait. There is a lot of waiting time. So if there is already an existing loan or dispute or any kind of litigation or court of law, so April is a good month for restructuring and not reacting. Okay. Now, what about your pets and animals, if you have any? So with Pisces activation and service themes running underneath, pets may need more attention. Okay. Routine or emotional care, especially if they are sensitive, elderly, or prone to stomach or sleep issues. So they need extra, attention here. And this is a good month for animal service, feeding birds, or volunteering if this aligns with your spiritually, with your spiritual mindset. Okay. And Festivals, as I said initially, Hanuman Jayanti, I've given all the dates there. I'll mention in the description box also, or in the comment section also. I'll give you all the dates, don't worry. So Hanuman Jayanti, Chaitra Purnima, Mesha Sankranti, Baisak, Shivratri, Amavasya, Akshaya Tritiya, Parshuram Jayanti, Shankaracharya Jayanti, Ganga Saptami, Sita Navami, Mohini Ekadashi, Narasimha Jayanti. All these are very strong. So Hanuman, Shiv, sun-oriented discipline after Mesha Sankranti rituals like Hanuman Chalisa, offer red flowers or do seva with humility. After sun enters Aries in your first house, begin a fresh discipline waking earlier. Sun Argya, that is, in the morning sun, you can water the sun god, pranayam, or a 21-day sankalp, that I will do this for the next 21 days. So on the 14th of April, you can take that sankalp, that oath, and you commit yourself to it. And Akshaya Tritiya, we have, the focus is on clean beginnings and truthful finances, sattvic intention, rather than only buying things. Okay. Now, if you are not following the Hindu remedies, so I would suggest that, do a personal reset after 14th of April. Create a money tracker after 19th of April. Cut one energy leak this month. Fix your sleep. Okay. Spend one day in silence or nature and write down 3 goals for the next solar year. Surveys, gratitude, discipline, and rest are more effective remedies for April month. Okay, so this is not a disaster month, it's a 2-speed month. First half says rest, observe, reduce leaks, plan quietly, don't burn out. And the second half says stand up, restart, clearly value yourself, speak clearly, value yourself, and lead from a calmer center. Okay, so this is what is the reading for my dear Aries. Coming to the next one, that is Taurus. I hope there is no Aries asking any question right now, and I hope you all can hear me also. Okay, now for Taurus, this is the month of career gains, new circles, and Ketu will be rewriting home karma also, because it's in the 4th house. So a month of career movement, inner clearing, changing friendships, and practical rebuilding. So it's not a lazy or a decorative month. It's a month where life asks, who is really with you? What are you working towards? And are you quietly draining yourself while trying to look stable on the outside? So this month starts with a lot happening in your career zone when, Mercury and Rahu are in your 10th, and then gradually shifts into your 12th by the second half, and it begins preparing you for more personal reset next month. So April is not only about events, it's about positioning. Okay. So, Aquarius is in your 10th house, so career, public image, work, authority, all these are getting occupied, and there is a Kal Sarpa also. So at the start of the month, the sky is still focused on your career, okay, your public responsibilities, your image in the world, what other people expect from you. Then slowly the energy will be shifting into your income, the 11th house affairs, through networks. Income through your networks is going to get better. Your emotional and financial expectations from people, your hidden tiredness, your need to step back and reflect. This is what the shift is going to be slowly. Okay. Now, you see, Sun will be in your 11th house. So gains, social circle, networking, recognition through others, support from groups, professional visibility would be the theme. So this is definitely good if you're working in teams, business circles, social media, public facing roles, consulting, teaching. Also beauty, design, finance, food, practical advisory work. It's definitely going to fetch you good standing. So people may notice you this month, okay, the letter of the month. But the 11th house is also tricky, because there is a Saturn and Mars also going to be there. So you will see who is standing near you because they value you, or who's standing near you because they want something from you. So that kind of a difference also you will be able to make. Okay. So when Sun moves into your 12th house after the 14th, I meant before 14th and after 14th. Now 14th, Sun transits your 12th house. Okay. So now the energy is going towards the inner you. It is more reflective. And you feel more tired also, less interested in explaining yourself, more private, more spiritual, more detached from crowds. This is not bad. Enough noise. Let me hear myself. It's that kind of a soul that's saying, to you. Okay. Now for Taurus, Sun in the 12th house can bring expenditures also. Foreign thoughts or foreign contracts. There can be sleep disturbance also, hidden planning, because Sun is not a friendly graha. So it can bring about hidden planning, back in work, retreat energy. So the first half is more social and visible, and the second half is more quiet and karmic. Mars will also be moving into your Pisces sign from the 2nd of April. So this is powerful, This is very powerful for chasing goals, career gains, ambition, sales, audience growth, taking action towards a long-term plan, networking with purpose. Don't just dream, push. Okay. And conflict with friends you should avoid, because sharp competition in teams will be there with your own people. Maybe there's jealousy and circle, frustration if gains are delayed, social media or public reaction if you speak too directly. Okay. Now there is a Mercury's transit also, which is happening into the from Aquarius from 11th of April onwards. It's going to be in your 11th and then lastly the 12th. So Mercury is going to give you that limelight, meetings, writings, interviews, communication with bosses till the 11th of April, strategic planning. Maybe there are some presentations that you have to work on, editing work and business discussions. You may be thinking a lot about your career path in the first half of the April month. And after 11th of April, networking, negotiations, pricing, content, business planning. In case you have to go in for any kind of collaborations, podcasts, talking to the right people, reaching a larger audience. So this is that kind of a month. So the best part of this month is business, marketing, astrology. If you are into all these, consulting, then education work, digital work, communication-based professions. So this is a good time period. Okay. Now Mercury in Pisces is actually it's logic in a dry way. It's not completely happy there. Of course, right now there is a parivartana between Jupiter and Mercury, so it's definitely much better. But it thinks through feelings, imagination, and intuitive reading. So you must be careful with assumptions. Okay, don't assume they understood. Don't assume this is confirmed. Okay, don't assume that this person is loyal to me. Okay, or just without any clarity making decisions. So this month suppose communication, but not careless communication. Venus will also be transiting your Taurus sign, your first house, after the 19th of April. Till 19th is going to be in your 12th though. So this means that the first part of the month is that Venus is hidden. Think more about the past, feeling, you may feel emotionally private, want softness, but not know how to ask for it. And spend more on comfort, beauty, travel, healing, escape, withdrawing in love, desire spiritual connection more than superficial excitement. This can also bring secret attraction. I've seen when Venus is in the 12th house, or distance in relationships also. Love may feel very unclear. What is it in this reaction about this person? That kind of a feeling. So it's not necessarily bad. It just means that your heart is inward. Okay, so don't worry. Then it moves into your first house, your Taurus sign. So this is lovely. It improves charm, magnetism, beauty, confidence. If you have to go for any surgical process, you can do it also, any cosmetic surgery, self-worth, attractiveness, capacity to receive love, mood, and body language, changes, grace. All that is going to get activated. Okay, so in the first half, this Venus, the Lagnesh, is too confusing or internal. In the second house, it's like a comeback time for you, into your body and your presence. So beauty work, you can, it's a good transit for the ones who are into beauty work, rebranding, personal style, or maybe, something, social reconnection kind of a job, relationship healing. So first half, heal privately, second half, bloom visibly. Okay. And as regards to your rest of the transits are not going to be changing. Only, and Rahu is going to be in the Aquarius sign, and it's the 10th house. So hunger for recognition, any which ways you're having, unusual career direction it gives, public visibility will be there, obsession with growth will be there. So it's good. I can't remain small anymore kind of a feeling with Rahu here already. You have been experiencing it. So I want to do. Taurus are doing really well right now because of the combinations they have right now in the sky. I'm ready to take a bold step. And also, it can give you anxiety about your reputation, but if you overdwell on these things, okay, dissatisfaction can be there. You did some work, you're not satisfied, you want to do it again, or you're forced to do it again. Attraction towards shortcuts or glamour. Okay, so this is a blessing here, but it should be handled with ethics. Okay. So Ketu is going to be changing nakshatras. It's going to be from Venus nakshatra to its own nakshatra on the 20th of April. True notes I'm talking about. So Ketu in the 4th house already creates some detachment, emotional comfort, home peace, mother. So detachment from these areas. So you feel little unsettled. Okay. Now you may feel restless at home also, emotionally disconnected when surrounded by family, unsure whether to stay at home or move, whether this house or not. You're not fully satisfied in the domestic setup. You've just done the renovation, but you're not happy with it. That kind of a feeling. So till the 20th of April, it's going to be in Purva Falguni Nakshatra. So this shows a desire for comfort, trying to beautify or soothe the home, emotional avoidance, wanting peace, but not really addressing the deeper issue. After the 20th of April, when it transits the Magha Nakshatra, so it's the different energy altogether. Because this becomes more about ancestral karma. It becomes about more family lineage, authority in the house, home, old house patterns, pride in family identity, emotional inheritance. So this can bring stronger thoughts about property, emotional distance from family expectations, realization that some family patterns are karmic and not personal. So a need to redefine what home means to you. So your question will become like this, am I living where I truly belong, or where others expect me to belong? Isn't it? This is a serious shift, by the way, very serious. So career-wise, this is an important month. Rahu is in the 10th house, pushing your career ambition. Mercury is helping you professional communication. Sun is going to be from the 11th, then to the 12th house. So Mars is energizing gains, and then Saturn is stabilizing you from long-term social and professional circles. So career can move, and not necessarily through instant promotions, I would not say, but yeah, through networking, through visibility, public noticing you, and strategic talks, trying something modern or unconventional, behind the scenes planning, building a serious future. So this is a very good month for those in business, consultants, astrologers, speakers, manager, digital professionals, financial advisors, and beauty, luxury, food, fashion industry people, teaching, training roles, So don't let ego or overwork create office politics. Just make sure you're not. Financially, it is a very useful month, but not careless month. So because Jupiter is supportive, and there is an exchange also. So just watch out of hidden expenses in the first half, and emotional spending on home, beauty, travel, comfort. Just be watchful. That's what I can say. So family related obligations can be there. So yes, money can come, but if you don't manage the leak, you won't feel the gain. Okay, relationship wise, love wise, this month is a mixed but interesting month. If you are in love, first half can feel emotionally private, and second half becomes more warmer. Your need for reassurance may increase. Partner may feel you are distracted by work or future goals, as it is Ketu is in the fourth house. And if you're single, attraction is quite likely when Venus transits the first house after the 19th of April. Someone may notice you after that. And networking can become romantic also. But emotional clarity will matter more than the surface chemistry. Ketu is in the fourth house, so you can become very emotionally unavailable in subtle ways. So even if you're talking to someone, you may still feel, I don't fully know what I want yet. Okay, so that's okay. Just don't promise too much too early. Take your time. Children and education wise, this is the month where, it's a serious month. Why? Because Ketu is in the fourth house, education house, and it is 12th from the 5th also, and Saturn is in the 11th, which is the 7th from the 5th. So it can be little worrisome regards to children's environment, their focus, their comfort, their emotional needs, education planning, etc. You will be focused on. Though Jupiter here is definitely going to be helpful, because Jupiter is the significator for kids. So it's about practical learning, communication. Speak to the child, review their education, guide them patiently, and build confidence in them. Okay, don't leave them. Stay disciplined. And if you are a student, especially, stay disciplined, avoid emotional laziness, communicate doubts, and use the first half of planning and second half for stronger output. As regards to loan, debt, litigation, this is not a month, for just getting into anything serious, I would say. But though it requires seriousness in these areas, loans, you can review them, you should structure, you can plan everything. Don't take them casually. If necessary, take only practical reasons, not prestige, not to show off, okay. Debt, as regards to your loans, debts can be managed through planning, not a month to ignore repayments. Litigation better handled through calm strategy, because Mars is also going to be aspecting your sixth house. Not emotional reaction. Don't escalate just because you feel cornered. Okay. So be practical, not dramatic. If you have pets or animals, so this month is actually quite nice for service towards animal also, and for your own pets also. Be compassionate. Spend some time with them. And pets may also respond to your emotional state. So if you are tense, they may become more sensitive too. So take care of them, take care of their routines, watch their digestion and sleep patterns also, and donate foods to the animals. Spend calm time with them. And as regards to your business, I would say yes, you can start any new business also, but intelligently. It's good for planning, rebuilding, brand building, networking, pitching, audience connections, setting systems, pricing, value refinement, preparing something serious. Okay, not reckless expansion or ego based risk or overspending for show, because Sun is going to be in your 12th house also, not to forget, right? So taking decisions because of comparison will also lead to your anxiety. Okay, so if you are having this business goal or business oriented mindset, so strategic growth, not dramatic growth, is going to take place. And if you're solo or freelancing, so this month is quite useful, especially through communication and social networking and niche building. So personal magnetism grows after 19th of April. As you know, there is a Mesha Sankranti. Sun is going to be in the Aries sign. So festival wise, we have beautiful festivals this month. So release emotional clutter this month. Begin a gentler discipline and simplify your schedule. We have Akshaya Tritiya also this month, and we'll be performing a ritual online live also. So very important for Taurus, because Venus is going to be very strong at that time. Venus will be in your first house. So clean financial beginnings, and starting a money discipline, value based purchases, charity with sincerity, mantra or sankalp for abundance. Hanuman Jayanti is also there on the beginning of the month, first or second. So good for protection from ego conflict and social jealousy. So Hanuman energy helps, when career ambition gets too heated. Okay, so take the help of Lord Hanuman. And on Fridays, if you can offer sweets or fragrant flowers to the altar where you have kept your idols. So light a diya in the evening and pray for home peace and clarity in relationships also. Akshay Tritiya day, you can do some charity before making any purchase, because people think that it's Akshay Tritiya, I have to buy gold, silver, etc. That's not the case. Feed cows, birds, animals, and Om Shukraya Nama chants to balance Venus energy. Also for emotional peace at home, pray Lakshmi or Shiva, whatever works well for you. Declutter one part of the home after 20th April. Okay. Make a realistic budget and track spending. Don't keep emotional attention unspoken. Limit comparison with other people's success. Reconnect with your body. Good food, proper rest, grounding walks. Spend time with nature, animals, plants, and no phone evening per week, at least for mental calm. I think that you can do. So it's a sorting month, and sort friends from users, goals from fantasies, comfort from stagnation, ambition from ego, home from emotional baggage. So the first half may feel socially active but mentally loaded. Okay, and the second half of this month, it becomes softer and more financially useful, more attractive, and more grounded. So this month is asking you to build your future. Okay, but don't abandon your inner peace. Okay, grow your name, but don't lose your center. Choose what is real, not what is merely looking beautiful. Okay, so this is what is the month for Taurus. All the best. Coming to Gemini. Okay, for Gemini natives, this month is of career movement, pressure to perform, emotional confusion, and visible redirection. Okay, so this is important because it is not sitting quietly in one area. Okay, it is touching your career, 10th house, and then it moves into your 11th, your public image, your friends, your network, your belief system, 9th house, and also your inner fatigue, because Venus will be in your 12th. Okay, so this is that kind of a month which may look busy, productive, involved, visible, but inwardly you may be asking, where am I going? Who is really supporting me? What am I doing all this for? So it's a direction month. It's not just a work month, but it's a direction month. Which direction am I going to? Your outer world is moving very fast, but your inner compass must stay clear. Okay. So the story, that there is a, Aquarius sign in your 9th house, Rahu, Mercury, and then Mercury moves into your Lagnesh is moving into your 10th and then 11th, and Venus is shifting signs. Sun is changing, that is the Mesha Sankranti, so to the 11th house. So this month is definitely for showing shifts into gains, results, public movement, self-presentation, and the way you are seen by your community. Okay. Now 10th house Sun till the 14th April is definitely, good. One of the strongest placements for Sun. So you will be visible, you'll get the authority, public recognition, career focus. Even if you're not promoted, you become more noticeable, that kind of a thing. So pressure from bosses will be there, and visibility in work will be there. Leadership expectations will be there. Decisions around status, people watching your work more closely with Sun in your 10th house. So this can be the one placement where you are concerned about your reputation more. This is what are you doing in your life is the question. So first half is like busy, exposed, professionally important, but latter half of the month, your focus from career shifts to career rewards, gains, circles. Okay, so this is definitely very positive. Your people will support you. Your visibility will increase. Money through efforts will be there. Stronger confidence for future planning. Also, Mars is going to be in your 10th house, so this is also activating your your career with force, ambition, hard work, urgency, pressure to perform, strong desire to move forward, leadership energy also. So Just don't be reactive with your bosses and co-workers, I would suggest, with Mars in the 10th house, with Saturn energy also. Impatient in meetings, you can, or angry at delays, or why this person is not doing, I'm doing, willing to overwork yourself also. All that is good. But at the same time, you have to keep everything, act in a clean, straight line. Okay, this is what. And sometimes you may not even know what is irritating you and what is your inner frustration about. Okay. Then we do have Mercury transiting through the Gemini, through the exchange between Gemini and Pisces sign. Jupiter and Mercury are going to be having this exchange. So this is definitely the, till the 11th April. First, I'll discuss that. Is the 9th house activation. So planning, higher learning, communication with mentors, applications, travels, studying, writing, publishing, spiritual and philosophical clarity. And after 11th of April, it will be 10th house Mercury. Your Lagnesh will be in the 10th house. So strategy, professional, writing, meetings, presentations, proposals, interviews, public messaging, brand voice, anything which is, full of analytical strength, I would say. So this is going to be a very positive time period, because in the Pisces sign, it is not analytical, but it is a dry technical sense. So while creativity, empathy and intuition can be good, but clarity must be double checked. So and also be careful with vague communication. Okay, assuming others understood. Oh, I have conveyed it and this person has understood it. Okay, that can happen. So there can be unclear professional boundaries also. Don't say yes too early. Don't commit too early. Okay. And by the end of the month is going to be your 11th house activation. So it becomes cleaner, sharper and more confident time period. You will gains will come through the audience and future planning. So it's a quite supportive transit this month. All the 3 transits are good for you. And Venus is also going to be in your till the 19th in your 11th house, which is definitely very positive, for professional charm, public grace, support from women, diplomacy at work, smoother communication in profession. After the 19th April is going to be your 12th house activation. So social invitations, may just reduce, or social interaction may reduce at that time. So that is something, is like too much to yourself kind of a phase for you. So work on your inner you at that time, I would say. And in the 11th, it is definitely positive. And in the 12th, it can lead to some future opportunities, or maybe you'll be planning something behind the scenes. Okay. And Jupiter is, as it is, going to be forming an exchange. So broader thinking increases, and it is good for your increased presence also. Help from knowledge is going to be definitely positive. Confidence increases also. Okay. And in case you're suffering health wise, so this will be a good time to recover from the health issues also. You can maybe grow without scattering yourself during this time. And Saturn is, as it is, long-term structuring and planning, but it is a slow growth, but real growth. Okay, so be prepared for that also. You work harder, but people expect more. That kind of a transit. Now, Ketu is also going to be changing nakshatra. Rahu is not. Rahu is in Shatabisha only. Ketu will be in Magha from the 20th April. So it is good for communication, courage, writing, siblings, self-initiative, and you can act, it can create a kind of strange feeling, but you don't feel like explaining yourself to others, and say less yes. Okay. You may lose interest in superficial chatter. And before the 20th April, it was in Purva Falguni Nakshatra. So this gives creative communication, but also laziness or inconsistency in effort. Sometimes, wanting comfort more than discipline. But in Magha, it is going to become more serious. Now, karmic communication, ancestral family patterns, or maybe with your siblings in speech, there will be some discussions going on, stronger need to use your voice with dignity. Pride issues in siblings or communication, awareness that your words carry power. That you will trigger with Ketu in the Magha Nakshatra. So your voice may carry more authority. It's a throne, right? So your writing may become deeper, and your communication may become more selective and more powerful. So But if you are going to use it poorly, not correctly, then there can be ego in speech also. There can be a sharp speech, communication can be very piercing, hurtful, rigid. So that is something you have to be cautious after the 20th of April. Speak with consciousness. Career wise, it is definitely a very good month because it is 10th house activation and then 11th. So you will be noticed, you may be pushed, you may be overloaded with work also, but you will get into the limelight also, and responsibility increases, of course. So that way it is good. You may decide what level of seriousness you're ready for. Okay, so that kind of a energy is going to be prevalent. And promotion um, efforts are going to be there, so it's good. Business visibility will be there. Strategic career planning, leadership building, content communication, teaching, consulting, public facing work. It's not good for arrogance with authority though. Emotional outbursts at work, job quitting out of impatience. Don't do that, please. Because you have the tendency with this uncertain combination in the Kendra, trying to do everything at once and, just impatiently. So career can be absolutely moving forward this month, but you must avoid scattering energy. Financially, it is definitely good because Jupiter and Mercury are also forming an exchange. Venus is also supportive. So professional money gain through networking, side income through skill, better clarity about earning potential, spending to maintain image should be avoided. Too much of expenditure on that, or maybe too much of expenditure on travels, or financial anxiety, even when things are not actually terrible. That kind of an anxiety can be there. So career effort plus social visibility plus communication is the key. As regards to relationship, love, romance, so your relationship may feel affected by time pressure, stress, emotional unavailability, or work taking priority. Nowadays it is increasing for that reason also, because everybody is running after saving their job, their money, and all that. Okay, so if you are in a relationship, your partner may want more presence from you. You may mentally feel elsewhere, and honest conversation is required. If something else is your priority, you should just focus on that also. Okay. And if you're single, someone can come through work, public circle, travel, networking, or teaching, or shared goals. Attraction can build through intelligence and conversations. After 19th of April especially, social charm improves, and love is possible. Don't neglect the heart while building your future. Okay, so marriage, and if you're married or in a committed relationship, so this is like too focused on work kind of a month, so or mentally very busy and not able to spend more time with your partner. So Venus will definitely help you in relational warmth, but still, this month is better if you are honestly speaking out and saying things with clearly. And children and education wise, this is a good month because Jupiter is in the Lagna, as you know. So children may need guidance and clearer communications. Confidence is definitely going to boost. If you're a student, so exams, interviews, communication based subjects, projects, public speaking, digital learning, writing. So this is a good time, but if you don't get distracted, Venus is looking at your fifth house, and also if focus is maintained, this month can be really productive. As regards to relocation, travels, Rahu is in the ninth house, so there is a desire for traveling and foreign matters and long distance thinking, legal or documentation focus, and movement for career or education is also quite likely. And also it's said that short travels is possible through the third house Ketu and active Mercury also this month. So relocation is possible if you want to think about, and movement, planning, communication, professional travels quite likely, rather than a final settling or relocating. Okay. Okay. I'll respond, Mona Lisa. So loans, debts, and litigation, these areas are not the main crisis point this month. So loans take only if career or business logic supports them, not a pressure image. Don't take manageable debt if planned, not a month to ignore though. Avoid ego clashes or litigation, etc. If you want to start, use documents. Don't argue from emotion, and calm legal strategy will win. Okay. So, because career is so highlighted, you should not allow financial or legal carelessness to distract from bigger growth. As regards to your pets and animals, and also your health, in case you're having any issues, so you must keep routines steady. Okay. And you should make time for your pets also, respond to them in emotionally, and they require your presence. Watch your pet's digestion or stress, spend calm, grounded time, and service to animals is a good karma. And also, if you want to start a business, this is a good month for launching ideas, making connections, visibility, teaching, service businesses, digital business, content systems. Be careful of over promising though. Starting too many things at once is to be avoided. Doing everything without systems, emotional burnout. Investment wise, yes, it is a good month. And till the 19th of April, it's definitely very positive. Okay. And as regards to the festivals, there is a Mesha Sankranti, that is Sun entering Aries sign. So careers definitely will gain. And what kind of future am I building? Who should I remain in contact with? What is the circle that I should build? What do I actually want from my success? So these questions you should look for the answers from yourself. Okay. And there's Akshay Tritiya this month, so we'll be doing a ritual on the live YouTube live. So I'll definitely share with you when is it. And start saving money, and start a clean business intention, or invest in learning tools. That's the best thing. Take a sankalp or oath for long-term growth. Okay. And recite Hanuman Chalisa. As you know, there is Hanuman Jayanti also on the 1st and the 2nd. I'll write everything in the description box also. And also, if on Wednesdays, if you can, pray for clarity and clean communication, that will be really wonderful. Offer green items or help students on Thursdays. Show gratitude to teachers and mentors. Light a diya and pray for right speech before difficult conversations. Free birds. And, if you're feeling little scattered, so that freedom you should help them with. And also keep one notebook only for planning, not multiple, or don't not even one, none also will not be. So keep one notebook, just write what you really want to do, plan everything. Don't multitask before your capacity. Sleep properly before important professional days, and schedule one weekly call with someone wise. Okay, not noisy. Reduce doom scrolling and gossip. Walk daily to clear mental overload. Create a clean communication rule. Say less, but say clearly. Okay. So it's not effortless this month, but it is a meaningful one. It can bring professional visibility, better future direction also for you. And no, it is not 20. Okay, one second. Gains through effort, personal growth, wise direction. Okay, handling pressure without scattering yourself would be a good thing. So be smart, but also steady. Be visible, but not become noisy. Be ambitious, but stay mentally clean. Okay. Now, I would request you to understand that I'm using True Notes, and as per True Notes, 20th April is the day when Ketu moves into Magha, and you will see yourself. There will be some big discussions or big decisions coming at that time. Coming to Cancer sign. So for Cancer, a month of pressure, ambition, inner growth, emotional testing, and outward movement. And why is it so? Mercury is in your 8th house with Rahu to start with, and then moves on the 11th, your 9th and 10th also last month towards the end. And Sun will be from your 9th to your 10th, which is very positive. And Venus will be from your 10th to the 11th. And Ketu will be moving into the Magha Nakshatra. So these are the key themes. So this month, this month where life may feel like it is asking you to grow in two directions at the same time. Okay, one part of you wants security, the other is being pushed towards growth, action, visibility, and responsibility. This is from one person's personal horoscope I'm speaking. I want peace, but I also know I cannot remain where I am. So this is not a month of total comfort, but it is a meaningful movement. Your career, professional image, higher learning, faith, direction, shared emotional space, partnership karma, mental response to pressure. So let's see how it happens. I'll just share with you because 8th house is, Rahu also over there. So what's happening? A deep and slightly intense psychological undertone because Mercury is in your 8th house. A quiet processing time, actually, questions about purpose and trust. So then gradually the month becomes more future focused and more career oriented, more externally active, more about your public direction. So first half can be little heavy and thoughtful, but the second half becomes more action oriented and career loaded. Now, Sun is going to be in your 9th, so it's a strong placement, faith, blessings, teachers, energy. It's definitely going to be making you feel more reflective, drawn towards prayer, learning, deeper meaning, ready to rethink your path, ready to break out of narrow, emotional patterns. And also, it can bring guidance from mentors, useful travel thoughts, spiritual openings, and a strong sense of what is right and what is wrong. Protection in different matters also, which are very difficult to handle. Now, 14th April onwards, Sun moves into your 10th house. Now, this is where, the attention goes to your career and public image. So this can bring about, visibility, pressure from work, leadership chances, public recognition, and desire to do more. And Aries, as it is a fiery sign, so authority clashes can also happen. That is something you have to be really careful. And there can be impatience with bosses, ego in profession, stress about status, growth, limelight, visibility, So the first half will give you wisdom, but second demands action. Okay. Now, Mars is also going to be transiting your 9th house. From the 8th, it is leaving on the 2nd, thankfully. So you must be feeling very, very fiercely opinionated, okay, and eager to move, passionate about truth, ready to defend your beliefs, strongly driven towards a new direction. So this is good for travels, competitive exams, religious discipline, legal assertion, and also, taking action based on principle. But the warning here is Mars in the 9th can make you feel only I am right. I must force the issue. I am done listening. And that is where the trouble starts. Now, you must be careful because it's going to be in Uttar Bhadrapada also. So this is karmic and very serious. So deep questioning and, strong belief clashes can happen at that time. So don't turn every belief into battle, please. Relax. Mercury is also going to be changing signs. So from the 8th to the 9th and then moving into your 11th. So this is beginning of the month. Your mind can be very investigative, suspicious kind when Mercury and Rahu are together, emotionally layered. So you might just be interested in the truth beneath the surface and focused on hidden matters, money sharing, emotional complexity. So this is good for research work, but deep conversations, healing work, uncovering what is not obvious. Okay. So all that is evident, but not good for overthinking, not good for anxiety or assuming the worst, obsessing over something someone said or did. Okay, so that is something you have to be a little careful in the from the 8th to the 9th. So from the 8th to the 9th, it is definitely, you understand things better and you speak with more perspective. There's depth in your perspective, or reconnecting with the guidance. Then think about travel, learning, teaching, make more mature decisions during this time. It is definitely very positive for education, teaching, writing, being the ruler of your third house also, legal paperwork, PR, visa, etc., spiritual understanding, applications, you will get the approval. So, moving into the 10th house by the end of the month, this is good for your mind getting sharper at the place of work. So this is what, and definitely to start with, it is going to be deep emotionally loaded types Mercury, but then it becomes more directional and useful. Venus is also going to be changing signs till the 19th. It's going to be in your 10th house and then moves into your into your 11th house. So in the ninth house, it is good to connect with your mentors and supporters at the workplace. Spiritual beauty, meaningful travels also can happen, and you will connect with helpful people, and there are chances of meetings and blessings, and maybe connections with the people around you, in and around you. Now Venus in the 10th house also gives public charm. It gives diplomacy at work also. So that is good for you guys, for public facing roles, consulting, design, media, counseling. So it is definitely going to be good for, and then it moves into your Taurus sign. So good for connecting with your network, people. So this is going to bring in blessings in, from the investments that you've made. Now you will get the, the kind of money that you have been expecting to grow. So outer charm, professional support, visibility, and definitely your own circle will enhance. Jupiter is in your 12th house. It's not bad, and there's an exchange also going to be happening between Mercury and Jupiter. So this is good for spiritual growth, foreign link, charitable instinct, and withdrawal from noisy life. And also this is good for invisible help. It's at the divine spiritual protection, it's going to be there. Quiet guidance and relief through surrender. Okay, but it can give you travels or more expenditures or emotional need for solitude, desire to leave what no longer fits. Okay, so this is what. So for Cancer, Saturn is going to be here only in the 9th house. So I'm so sorry. Why are things delayed? That kind of a question is coming into your mind again and again. Just give me a moment. All right. So why do I feel distant from guidance? That's the question. Deeper understanding of life, teachers, institutions, you'll be connecting. Faith is not emotion alone, faith must be disciplined. So that is why Saturn here is not that, giving you that kind of good results. Research ability is enhanced with Rahu in the 8th house, so you can get into any kind of occult interest if you have power to transform, and can you sit with uncertainty without collapsing. Very intuitive though. Rahu here is very intuitive, but not good for the secured mindset. You feel tired from that awareness, very aware of people's motives, and there is also paranoia, that you feel with Rahu in the 8th house. Those Ketu will be, in the Magha nakshatra this month, after the 20th April, which is the true Ketu I'm using. So in the Purva Falguni, it was indulgence around comfort, emotional detachment from family, inconsistent value system, spending or eating based on mood, and saying something and then regretting tone. Now there's a major shift which is happening from the 20th of April. That is that second house becomes more about family lineage, ancestral karma, speech pride. status in family, money as identity. So this can show stronger family themes, questions around inheritance, dignity, family culture, or maybe a need to clean up how you speak. So your speech can either heal the family or create unnecessary distance. So speak with more awareness when Ketu transits the Magha. Career wise, first half guidance comes, direction becomes clearer, learning helps, travel, teaching, professional vision, planning, all useful. Second half, career takes center stage. Your role becomes more visible. You may feel pressure to perform. Leadership or responsibility may increase with Sun transiting your 10th house. This is a strong month for professions seeking direction and public roles, education, travel related professions, counseling, content work, spiritual or healing professions, consulting, administrative or managerial roles also. It is not best month for emotional drama at workplace, reacting to the authority, ego based resignation, and taking small things personally when the situation is structural. So you can grow professionally this month, but only if emotional overwhelm is managed. Okay. And finances wise, it's a mixed and manageable month. Venus supports in the 10th also, in the 11th also. It's giving you that visibility in the first half, and then you're going to be in that limelight. But watch out for the hidden expenses, spiritual or travel expenses, or maybe some kind of private worries around money or family related costs. So awareness is required. Okay. Okay, so that's a Mona Lisa. That's a very different and a very specific question that you're asking. Let Mars transit your 10th house, but that is, still, I feel when Saturn transits your 10th, you can buy your house. I feel so. Because Saturn needs to activate your 4th house. Right now, it is not. But when Saturn and Mars are together, if you're in the Dasha, then it activates your purchasing of property also. Okay, so let's see. We'll meet and we'll discuss, online over a consultation. Your money story improves when your mind becomes calmer. Okay, stay calm. Okay, Mona Lisa, especially, I think she's a Cancer, right? Or Leo. You're Cancer and Leo both, I guess. Anyways, relationships and love, relationship, romance wise, it is a first half can feel spiritually soft, emotionally reflective, and second half becomes more practical. Career may take attention, public image may matter more, time becomes tighter. If you are in a relationship, maybe, don't disappear emotionally into work or into stress too much. Honest emotional expressions will help. Someone thoughtful, spiritually inclined, travel, learning, if you're single, might come into your life. You may attract, but the energy is deeper than casual romance. 19th onwards, your visibility will increase and you might just be meeting your friends and might just be a good relationship that works out. In the committed relationship or marriage-like relationship, you can create some confusion. So be careful. Pressure from work will be too much. So you need to, love needs warmth and reassurance. Remember that. So you need to be more, caring to get that back in return. Children wise, it is, they may need emotional steadiness from you. So don't transmit your stress unconsciously to the children. Keep routines softer and clearer. For students, first half is good for direction and deeper understanding. Second half is good for performance, but stress can rise. So this is a good month for higher studies, structured learning, and travel for education, philosophical or spiritual subjects, guided revision. Okay. And loans, debt, litigation wise, Rahu is in the 8th house. So don't ignore hidden financial matters any which ways. This includes tax, insurance, shared monies, debt structures, emotional dependence linked with money, legal obligations. So you should review, organize, clarify, not postpone. Litigation better handled through facts, not emotional outbursts. Get proper advice. Avoid assuming too much. Okay, so no drama, I would suggest. Travel or relocation wise, spiritual travel possible, professional travel is also on the cards if you are into that. Or long distance plans can happen, journeys tied to learning, growth, or guidance. So, movement in direction not yet full settlement is showing actually. That is why I said when Saturn transits your 10th, things will start happening. Excuse me. As regards to your pets, spend time with them, keep routines stable. They are, they're the mirror, or they may mirror your emotions, okay? So they understand you really well. So digestion, rest, anxiety, these things you should keep a check, of theirs. And service to the animals, of course, I always say is going to help you. Balances your emotional intensity. And business wise, it is quite good. This month is good for consulting, healing, counseling, travel, food, hospitality, spiritual or educational services, advisory professions. So it's good for planning, repositioning, launching with purpose, public presence after mid month. Okay, that's what. And also, not good for reckless risks. People just go and just they think that we can do anything and everything, so that is something you should avoid. And hidden money complexity also, it's not good. Entering into partnership without transparency is also not a good idea. Okay, so this month is useful, but if you just use it well, it will support your vision, soft visibility, meaning work, mature growth. And we have Mesha Sankranti, we have Hanuman Jayanti, we have Akshay Tritiya. We'll be doing the ritual online. So use this day for prayer, for these days for prayer for direction, setting a work intention, take a sankalp or oath for the next cycle that yes, I will do this, I'll complete next month, I will be better, deciding what of public life you want. And Akshay Tritiya, charity, value-based financial intention, quiet prayer for stability and divine support, not just buying something and anchoring abundance with gratitude, would be a good idea. Hanuman Jayanti is there, so very good for emotional and psychic protection any which ways. For you guys, Mars is your Yoga Karagraha also, so you should recite any which ways Hanuman Chalisa and Om Namah Shivaya chants, or you can go to the temple and water the Shivlingam. On Thursdays, offer gratitude to teachers, guides or elders. Light a diya for clarity and family healing after 20th April. Donate food quietly without display. Okay, and if you want to ask some practical remedies from me, so keep a financial review notebook this month. Don't carry stress silently. Speak to one safe person you can share, and walk near water or any water body or in quiet natural spaces. Okay, reduce emotional eating or comfort spending. Don't doom scroll at night. Make sleep a spiritual priority. Create one calming home ritual. Okay, and also journaling is very important. Okay, so it's a mature mature month, I think, for you, if you are using it really well. And the first half will definitely ask you, what do you truly believe? Where are you going? And second half says, now that you know, what will you do in the world? So trust your sensitivity, but don't drown in it. Honor your intuition, but also act with structure. Okay, let inner growth become your outer direction. That's this month about. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Leo. So for Leo, this is a month of relationship karma, deep transformation, because Sun is going to be in the 8th, and then career balancing and future redirection. Okay, so it's a deep month for you, I would say. A lot of things which are happening is emotional, karmic, relational, psychological. So the questions you may ask this month is, who I can trust? What am I sharing emotionally, financially, energetically, and with whom? Am I growing with the right people or carrying the wrong weight? So this month is about serious relationships, shared resources, trust, long-term alliances, subtle but important career movements, stronger destiny pull after mid-month. Okay, because Sun is in the 8th house till the 14th. So it's about how your heart, power, and future are being reorganized. Okay. Now, see, the month begins with relationship karma, partnership questions, okay, emotional complexity, and some pressure around trust, finances, and emotional sharing. But in the latter half of the month, your destiny opens more. Support improves. Traveling, guidance, meeting your guru, teacher, mentor, your emotional heaviness, which you were feeling too much, now will definitely shift to, will mellow down, I would say. So, this is a very positive time that you're heading to in the latter half of the month, okay, after the 8th house transit. Because emotions are very intensified, when Sun is in the 8th house. And, some trust issues also happen, or hidden matters surface. Old fears can rise. But this can bring in serious conversations also, and deeper spiritual insights also, which is definitely going to keep you under check. So if you are not keeping yourself into control, then you are emotionally going to be exposed also. Just be careful, suspicion over alert. This thing is to be also checked. After 14th, you will definitely feel better, intensity and inner processing, changes to direction, faith, movement, wisdom, expansion. So this is good. You gain confidence, you get support from your mentors, improved optimism, clearer direction also. So rise, it's that kind of a time. And Mars is also going to be, in your 8th house. So that is something, which can bring about sudden anger, sharp reactions, emotional volatility, shared money concerns. That is something you have to be little careful about. But yes, I'll tell you the whole reading, what exactly you should be doing with Mercury also transiting your 8th house this month. So it's good for research and emotional insight though, but overthinking, overreading between lines, anxiety, silent material spirals, all that you should be careful about. Okay. And as regards to your Venus is going to be in your 10th house. That's good also. It is definitely very positive for your work. Your tone actually changes. It's a blessing for relationship also. Maybe you will meet someone at the workplace also. Anyhow, so first thing first, that is what about your career this month? So as regards to your career, this is going to be, before we jump into it, I wanted to share that Ketu is also changing nakshatra. It's going to be in Magha after the 20th of April. That is the true nodes I'm taking. So it is going to be, it's already creating that detaching energies from the old identity, less interest in outer validation, periods of low enthusiasm. This is all because of Ketu, by the way. Now, because it is in Purva Falguni right now, so desire for comfort but inner disconnection is happening, attractiveness but not full emotional investment, wanting ease but feeling detached. But when it goes into the Magha nakshatra, now this becomes more powerful because this is the royal nakshatra. So ancestral identity questions, detachment from pride, revaluation of status, stronger connection with lineage karma, and also feeling that you must redefine what dignity really means. This is not bad, this is serious. Who am I without applause? This is what you may question. So this question, that is a powerful spiritual question, no? Okay? If answered well, this can make you more regal, not less. Now, as regards to your career is not the loudest theme in the first half because Sun is in the 8th house, but it is supported later. So you are more about shared resources, emotional pressure, inner processing, working through deeper trust issues, handling professional alliances carefully. Now, the second half becomes much better because Sun enters your 9th, Venus enters your 10th, and Mars, though, is going to be in your 8th house. Your Yoga Karagraha is going to be in your 8th house. Your career improves, networking improves, right kind of people you'll be connecting, learning, wise positioning. And also, this is the month where, you will feel a little overwhelmed also. You might just get overwhelmed also. Understand what needs to change in how you work with others and how you handle power. Okay, for business owners, it is a good time for joint matters and strategic alliances, audience growth, refining deeper business structure. For employees, stay composed, I would suggest. Manage intense people carefully. Build future contacts, because Sun will be entering in the latter half of the month, your ninth house also. So this needs maturity. Why? Because eighth house is active before that. So this can bring focus on tax, insurance, EMI, shared resources, partners' money, family obligations, inherited patterns around money, joint financial discussions. So this is not necessarily a loss month, but it's a month you cannot afford to be careless. Okay, so that is something you can, and yes, money can come, but it may go through deeper channels, obligations, commitments, restructuring, necessary adjustments are needed. So plan your budget really well this month. Actually, smart handling is required, not emotional spending. Relationship wise, this is definitely the one where your relationships may trigger, and Rahu is in your seventh house any which way. So if you are in a relationship, you may feel misunderstood with Rahu here. Your partner may feel you are distant or intense or too self-contained, because Ketu is in your first house. Shared emotional issues may come up. Trust themes become important. Intimacy either deepens or becomes uncomfortable if avoidance exists. If you're single, so yes, someone can enter into your life, but this is not a silly flirtation month. This is a karmic attraction month, and you may feel important very quickly. Okay. Second half of the month is better for healing, honest conversations, reconnecting with warmth, feeling supported by destiny rather than trapped by intensity. Marriage and committed bonds, if you are already married or in any kind of relationship, live-in relationship or marriage-like relationship. So this month asks, are you relating from love or from fear of losing control? That is something you should be working on. So marriage can improve if honesty is present, shared money is transparent, and emotional pride is reduced. Both people speak clearly, please. But if there is already unresolved tension, then it can bring it back to surface. So not negative, but yeah, it is time to heal, basically. As regards to children, you may worry more than necessary about your kids. Jupiter is looking here, so just relax. Try not to project adult fears on them or keep communication too heavy. Just stay light and let them live. Okay. And as regards to students, this is definitely a very positive month for you. Especially the second half is good for concentration, optimism, and this is good for deep thinking, and you will learn deeply and something new. As regards to loans and litigation and debt and all is concerned, so this is going to be a little tough month as regards to your legal battles and all, if they are going on. Paperwork tied to obligation must be handled with seriousness. In case these activities are taken care of, you definitely will be better off. Review your documents well, clarify your numbers, ask questions, don't assume, and avoid delaying necessary financial decisions, trusting blindly, signing emotionally, entering complex shared deals and all. So just be careful. And litigation wise, better handle with strategy, not ego, and good legal advice must be taken. Good lawyer, don't dramatize, organize. Travel relocation wise, this is the month where it is good. First half is little heavier, so second half would be better for travels, spiritual travels, meaningful journeys, educational travels, foreign journeys, higher learning, reconnective travels, or maybe some kind of relation, maybe with your relatives. You're going to be taking them out on a vacation. As regards to your pets, keep routines stable. Avoid bringing stress at home. Watch anxiety, digestion, and sleep in sensitive animals. Service to animals definitely is a good idea. And if you are in the business, don't start, if you're thinking of starting a business, don't do it impulsively. This month is good for strategy planning, collaborations, long-term audience growth. business alliances with caution and restructuring. So it's not ideal for flashy risk, blind partnership, ego-based expansion, ignoring the fine print. So you can do well, especially if business depends on your voice, knowledge, network, teaching, consulting, guiding, influencing. So you don't need to prove everything alone this month. Choose the right kind of people and help, and it'll be good. We have Mesha Sankranti also. We have Akshay Tritiya, Hanuman Jayanti. So start a plan, and studies. If you have left something, you can start again. Which you had paused. Education and discipline is also required. Wealth ethics, legacy, right use of resources, clean future building, and also very useful grounding pride and fear of Hanuman Chalisa and Shiv Chalisa, and anything to do with dharma related observances you can do, and it is good. And offer water to sun daily. Om Suryaya Namah with humility and not ego. On Thursdays you can honor your teachers or spiritual path. On Saturdays, do some quiet service without recognition. Saturn is in your 8th house. And also feed animals or birds. Pray for ancestral peace after 20th of April when Ketu transits the Magha. And don't make relationship decisions from wounded pride. Okay. So review shared resources and finances carefully. Have one honest conversation instead of 10 dramatic thoughts. Journal, who am I without external validation. Limit power struggles. Rest your nervous system. And spend time in sunlight and nature. It helps your sun stay healthy. Okay. Sun, S-U-N. And the final message for you guys is this month is not to flatter you. It's here to deepen you. So the first half may feel intense, emotional, karmic. But the second one will be more graceful, more direction oriented, and more faith. Okay. So don't confuse control with strength. And don't confuse pride with dignity. And don't fear transformation just because it is uncomfortable. Okay. So this is what is the case for Leo. So coming to the Virgo sign. So for Virgo, Mercury, your Lagnesh is going to be in your 6th, 7th and 8th. And Sun is going to be in your 8th this month, latter half of the month. Venus is going to be in your 8th and then 9th. Okay. So this is the month which, I will tell. Okay. So for you guys, look properly, not at others only, at yourself also. This is that kind of a month. Pay attention to yourself, your inner core, your spiritual your relationship, marriage. It will activate those zones. It's joint finances, professional commitments, and health, daily energy, future goals, long-term direction. These are going to get triggered. So if you have been trying to keep everything manageable on the surface, April may bring some truth from underneath. But this is not a bad thing. You will be able to see many things clearly now. Organize better, mature emotionally, communicate wisely, work strategically, stop wasting energy where there is no return. So it's not a comfortable month, but not a comfort month, not comfortable, no, comfort month, but it can definitely be productive. Now, here what's happening for you guys as regards to your Ketu. I want to mention about the Ketu energy, which I forgot to mention mainly. Ketu is going to be changing nakshatras. Okay. Now, when Ketu is in the Purva Falguni nakshatra first and then moves into the Magha nakshatra, so it is about detachment, spiritual pull, any which ways in the 12th house, some strange dreams you have been experiencing, sleep irregularity happens, wanting comfort and escape, emotional withdrawal, wanting peace, but not knowing how to switch off. There's some hidden tiredness all the time. But when it goes into the Magha, so it becomes more about ancestral release, karmic pride dissolving, letting go of the need for recognition, spiritual humility, and deep sleep karma, quiet endings, This can be very spiritual for Virgo natives, by the way. You will feel I need space more than usual. Protect your energy more consciously during this time. Okay. So, for you guys, career wise, it is definitely a very positive month. I would say, because Sun will be in your 7th house itself. So, career may move through teamwork, clients, public facing relationships, business partnerships, solving problems efficiently, strategic professionalism. This is a good month for consultants, service providers, legal or admin work, or health and wellness fields, teaching, counseling, analytical, and planning roles. But be careful on about emotional reactions to partner or client, please. Okay. Mixing relationship tension with work, burnout from trying to control everything. Career can absolutely improve, but through maturity, not perfectionism, because you people are always looking for perfection. That's the Virgo sign for. Financially, money is connected to relationship and shared responsibilities this month. The first half may bring better partnership based income, support through others, business related discussions, or some stabilization through diplomacy. The second half is about 8th house Venus and Sun. So this is like joint financial decisions, deeper review of what is owed, shared, expected, tax, insurance, EMIs, debt structure, emotional concerns around financial dependence or vulnerability. So this is not a month to be reckless, but it is a good month to organize, discuss, clarify, and plan. So the good news is Jupiter still protects your career. It's in the 10th house, and Rahu can help tactfully handle financial pressure. Okay. So relationship wise, the first half relationship comes into focus. Attraction is possible. Conversations matter, but so do irritations. Okay. And also Virgo and Virgo, Leo, Lagna, Virgo. Okay. So partner may need more from you. You may feel burdened or emotionally, careful. There can be honesty, but also friction. And if you're solo single, then you may just find someone better and than the previous partner that you had broken up with, and especially through work or public circle or meaningful conversation. This is definitely not a casual silly month. So just take care. It's a month of karmic seriousness and emotionally layered connections. And after 19, the tone becomes more intimate, magnetic, and deep, because the 8th house is getting active. This can be beautiful, but only if trust exists. And as regards to your current relationship, marriage-like relationship, or committed bonds, so this is definitely Saturn in the 7th house. This is not a playtime, and this may be a defining conversation, may bring defining conversation, maturity test, clarity around commitment, emotional distance if problems are not spoken. So support if both people are serious. This is not the month to pretend everything is fine and it is not. So just don't shy away from this. It's a month to sit down, speak clearly, acknowledge pressure, stop expecting the other person to read your mind. He's not God. Okay. And children wise, if and education wise, if you're a student, so the main thing is that you're influenced by your emotional and relational state. For children, keep the environment steady. Okay. And don't bring adult tension too strongly into their space. Keep it light, and practical support matters than the emotional drama. Support your kids. And for conception also, it's a good month. And as regards to students, first half is very good for discipline and structured work. Second half is deeper and more emotionally absorbing, and good for research, study analysis, serious subjects. This month supports serious learners, so it's good for loan litigation and all. This is quite relevant for these matters. Why? Because Rahu is in the 6th house, and this means loans can be reviewed or restructured. Debt management can be practical. Litigation must be handled very intelligently, and if you want to start something, you have to handle it very tactfully, because enemies can be there, and at workplace tension also can bring workplace tension also. This is not a month for panicking, but to organize things. As regards to your health, pets, and animals, this can bring about stress related issues to you, sleep disturbance, hidden tiredness is there, over analysis of symptoms, digestion of nervous system. Sometimes, you want one opinion, then second opinion, and third opinion or from the doctor. Just relax, it's going to be fine. So, if you become disciplined, this month can improve your health also. And because Mercury is there, that's why I'm saying so. And then Mercury moves into your 7th and the 8th. So this is a good month for checkups, and Rahu is there, so it takes time to analyze what disease is it, what is causing this pain that you're going through. So sleep correction is required, food discipline is required. And for pets and animals, this month is good for service to animals. Maybe you might just bring one pet at home, and don't release your anxiety onto your pets. Okay. And as regards to your business, yes, you can start a business before 14th of April. And partnership based business is good. Client work, advisory, consulting, or structured service businesses, legal, admin, health, wellness work, or strategic launches, business systems and back-end improvements, can be there. It's not ideal for overextending, trusting a partner blindly, or starting emotionally because you're fed up, taking debt without a plan. So if Virgo, you as a Virgo, you people have to be, you have to be really cautious any which ways, because you tend to get entrapped in either or litigation, loan, debt, disease. So you have to just see what are you activating. So this month can be strong, especially if the business depends on skill, routine, analysis, service, one-to-one client work. Now we have Mesha Sankranti. It's a deeper reset time, in a purification time, which is on the 14th. New beginning, money and emotional truth, letting go of what is unhealthy. Akshaya Tritiya is very good for financial planning, ethical beginnings, clearing clutter around money, taking clean sankalp, starting something with value, not impulse. Sankalp is oath. Okay. So Shivji, Hanumanji you can worship, or some quiet observances, spiritual observances you can make. And this is a very useful month. Don't be into stress and anxiety and over analysis, basically. So you can recite Om Ganganapataya Namo Namaha chant, or you can simply just do the donations on Saturdays. Anything, irrespective of the color and the article that you want to donate. Pray to Lord Shiva for emotional peace and relationship healing also. Feed the birds and animals. Keep one day in a week slightly, having sattvic foods and lighter foods, if you can do. And on Akshaya Tritiya, you can also, do charity before any financial beginning. Okay. Keep a written schedule instead of carrying everything mentally. Don't diagnose every emotion as a problem. Sleep on time. Don't discuss every relationship issue when angry. Review expenses and shared responsibilities calmly. Spend time with your animals or in nature. Practice saying, I need some more time to think, then I will respond. Don't respond in impulse. It may always feel easy, and but it can be very constructive month. Okay. So this month is teaching you something. Stop trying to manage everything perfectly. Start handling what is real. Choose maturity over control, because Virgo, your real power this month is not in fixing everyone. It is in seeing clearly, speaking carefully, working steadily, and choosing what is truly worth your energy. Okay. Coming to the next one, my dear Libras. It's become a very long video, I guess. Okay, extensive. So for Libras, my dear Libras, so a month of work pressure, relationship intensity, emotional sorting, and practical breakthroughs. Okay. So Libra, this month is what is working in your life and what is only looking good from outside. This is the month that is asking from you, because this month strongly activates your work and daily routine, health and stamina, love life and children, partnership and marriage zone, your shared finances, and your future direction. Why? Because Mercury will be transiting through 5th, 6th, 7th, Sun from 6th to the 7th, and Venus from 7th to the 8th. Ketu will be transiting your Magha Nakshatra. So if you are postponing decisions, no, so April will not allow you that anymore. This is not necessarily a negative month, but it is a very productive month. Your discipline will matter this time, your boundaries will matter, your emotional honesty will matter, and your body will tell the truth if your mind refuses to. So, Libra, you have to refine through realism. Okay. So this is what is the key theme of this month. Sun is going to be pushing you away from laziness. You will be able to handle the challenges that you're going through. And of course, attention would be then latter half on your 7th house, so marriage, partner, public image, and stronger focus is on the relationship, business conversations, some attraction, but ego clashes also, so be careful. And as regards to Sun, it can bring good alliances also. Maybe you can maybe start a new business. And Mars is going to be in your 6th house. Mars is going to be making you very competitive during this time, and you will be disciplined also. You will work hard, you will clear your debts, you will organize your life better, push through laziness. Okay. But it can bring about some irritation at work and conflict with staff and co-workers, and inflammation in your body, stress also, impatience with routine as well. So be careful about all these areas. I'm sure you're good to go. And Venus is going to be transiting your, after the 19th, your first it will be in your 7th and then moves into your 8th house. So this is quite interesting for relationship, in fact. And you will be healing through routines also. This is what work stress might increase, so be careful. And relationship may come alive before to that. Attraction, partnership, romance, passionate, fast moving, ego sensitive relationships can also trigger with Aries Venus. Then we have okay, Rahu is there in your 5th house. So unusual romance, intense attraction happens, unconventional ideas you get, and focus is on children also. But at the same time, we have this Ketu energy in your 11th house, detaching you from crowds. You have a mixed feeling about social circles. You lose interest in superficial networking till now. You have, I don't want everyone around me. I don't want any, unnecessary or fake friendships. That is what it is giving you. But when it moves into Magha, now 11th house becomes more about social hierarchy, power in groups, ancestral and karmic networking. So you may become much clearer about who belongs in your future, which group drains you, and what kind of audience or community you really want. So this is a very good shift for maturity. It may reduce social fluff and increase social truth. So for you guys, career-wise, it's a demanding month. Sun and Mars are activating your 6th house. So it is definitely going to be giving you too much of workload also. You will get serious about your efficiency. If at all you are inefficient, you will become efficient, and you'll be able to handle the workplace issues really very well. Some clients' work, service, business, legal, admin, health, wellness professions, these will do well. Creative work will be tied to real systems. And this is not the month to be careless, but this is a month where you can make solid progress, in fact. Very productive. Financially, this month is mixed. Why? Because Venus will be in the 8th house also. What are the good points? Work can support income. Noticing leaks in the daily routine. So be careful. Be practical, earn practically, spend consciously. That's what I can say. In relationship, this is the one month where Rahu is already there in your 5th house, makes you love and emotional life intensity it gives. And Venus adds more attraction in the 7th house, and first half of the month feels very busy and less romantic. Your 2nd house is much more better. But when we talk about the Sun's transit, but yes, Venus, your Lagnesh going to the 8th house can give intimate relationships more rather than the emotional relationships. Okay. And passion can rise. Attraction, if you are single, can definitely happen, and you can maybe meet someone. But don't confuse excitement with stability. Okay, if you are creative, so this is also a strong month for artistic expression, content, teaching, performance, speaking from heart. But your emotional center must stay grounded. As regards to marriage and partnership, the second half may bring honest talks, attraction, proposals, public visibility with the partner, business agreements. Also, some ego clashes can happen with people who want to lead. So don't keep peace by hiding the truth. Real harmony this month will come from honest balance, not polite avoidance. Okay, face the fact. For children, this is definitely fifth house Rahu. They may need more attention, creativity, emotional understanding. There may be unpredictability in their routine or mood. Avoid overreacting, guide them steadily. Mercury is also going to be in the fifth house, so communicate with them. Okay. And for student natives, this is a very good month, focused study, focused month for creative ones. Also avoid distraction through romance because Rahu is there. Entertainment or over socializing also. This is not a bad month for education purpose. You can start any education plan also. And self-control definitely is required. As regards to loans, debt, litigation, so sixth house is getting active first. So this means debt can be reviewed. Loan planning can be done. Litigation can be handled with strategy. Workplace or service related stress can be managed better than expected. So stay factual. Don't get emotional with legal, health, or debt related matters. As regards to health, pets, animals, you may need to watch inflammation for yourself and your pets also. Stress, digestion, fatigue, or irregular routine, hormonal or sugar imbalance can also be there, so be careful. And also follow that discipline and improve your body. Fix foods, fix sleep, fix schedule, reduce unnecessary drama and wastage of time. For pets and animals, good month for service. Pets may need stable routines. As I said, animals can be maybe claiming your time, or maybe they need your attention also. Okay, so take care. And as regards to your business is concerned, definitely you are going to be it's good for service based job, or we can say business or creative but structured, client facing, consulting, beauty, design, wellness, educational, advisory, partnership oriented. This month is good for systems, planning, work, discipline, um, and strategic launch, collaboration. It's not that good for gambling, impulsive partnership, building fantasy alone, starting without process. So if you're solo, you can still do well, especially if your work combines beauty, intelligence, service, communication. As regards to the festivities this month, we have first of all Mesha Sankranti on the 14th of April. So it's a good time to ask, what do I need from my partnership? And what do I do to keep myself vocal, rather than thinking about being silent on so many things? What kind of alliance actually supports me? Akshay Tritiya is very good for settling a financial discipline, beginning something valuable and sustainable, buying or starting only with clear intention. Charity connected to food or learning. Hanuman, Shiv, Venus related observances will be good for you. Ego, overthinking, romantic confusion, work stress, anything to do with these can be managed well with these remedies. Offer white flowers or white sweets to the goddess. Okay, and pray for harmony and balance. Chant Om Shukraya Namaha for Venus support, because Venus is entering your 8th house from 19th April also. Saturday, simple service, especially to workers, elderly, or animals. Light a diya in the evening and pray for peace in work and relationship. Feed dogs and birds if possible. And on the Akshay Tritiya, do some dan, some charity before starting anything new. And also some practical remedies are fix your sleep and meal timing, which is missing because they need to balance. That is why they are born with this particular sign. Keep one relationship conversation honest and simple. Stop pretending everything is fine if it is not. Review your schedule, remove one energy draining habit. Don't over romanticize red flags. Spend time in beauty and nature, but with grounding, not escapism. Use a weekly planning sheet to reduce stress. Okay, so April month is of practical correction, stronger work energy, love and creativity with karmic edge, future circle clarity, and relationship maturity. This month is teaching you you don't need to choose between beauty and truth. You need both. You need you don't need to keep everyone happy. You need to stay aligned, because Libra, your power this month is not in pleasing people. It is in choosing wisely, working steadily, loving honestly, and building a life that is beautiful because it is real. Okay? Coming to the next one, that is, because I know Libra so well, no? The next one is Scorpio. Okay. So for Scorpio, a month of emotional restructuring, family matters, creativity, responsibility, and rising visibility. Because it is not a month for you, but it is not a light month for you, but it is not a hopeless one either. Now, it's a kind of month that asks you to become more conscious about what you are carrying emotionally. Okay, because Rahu is there in your fourth house. What is happening at home? What is happening in your heart? What is happening with your children? Romance, creativity, and how much pressure are you taking in, or you're taking into your body without saying anything. Okay, for you, April feels like a month where the inner world and the outer world both are speaking at the same time. One part of life says deal with your feelings, your home, your roots, and the another one says show up, work, handle responsibilities, keep life moving. So Scorpio may feel this month emotionally full, but also strategically productive. So this is not the month to suppress everything and act like nothing matters, and it is also not the month to drown into your emotions. Okay, or drown in your emotions. Okay, now the real magic of April month is turning emotional intensity into intelligent action. Okay, so how do we do it? Because you have planets in the fourth house, fifth house, sixth house. So Sun is going to be in the fifth and the sixth house. So this is a place where creative expression and all that. It's good for teaching, performing, content creation, guiding children, creative thinking, spiritual learning, leadership through ideas. So, but this can also create ego in love, wanting validation again and again, ex relationship coming back, and then there is clash again, over focus on children or emotional outcomes, frustration if appreciation is not coming. So listen to your heart, but don't let ego sit on the throne, please. Okay, the latter half, that is after the 14th April, Sun transits your sixth house. So sixth house is about work, routine, health, practical tasks, problem solving. So this is actually useful, become more organized, handle enemies or critics better, improve discipline, deal with pending matters, push through laziness. And this can also bring stress, irritation, conflict at work, overwork, inflammation, or fatigue if you don't rest. So the first half says heart and creativity, and second half says work and correction. Mars is going to be in Scorpio, in Pisces as well. So this is the fifth house. So this is powerful. So there is this can bring strong desire, creative fire, romantic boldness, also passion in love, investment, interest, intense emotional expressions. So excellent for creative work, entrepreneurship, creative people, competitive exams, and sports performance, expressing yourself strongly. It's good, but it also gives impatience in romance, stubbornness with children, speculative risk taking, dramatic emotional reactions. Mars in the fifth house can bring dramatic emotional reactions, desire to win affection or attention. Okay, so I need this to be real, it's more deeper and heavier. Now, Mercury will also be transiting through your fourth, fifth, sixth houses this month. So this is about planning about your home matters, organizing family discussions, handling documents related to home and comfort, don't overthink about small things. Mental restlessness can be there, and in the fifth house it can bring about, your planning future emotional decisions, romantic conversations, and sixth house by the end of the month. So that is something which will definitely be good for problem solving. Health focus will be there, and also, heart, home, heart, and work. This is what is fourth, fifth, and sixth houses theme. Venus is going to be in your, in your sixth house, and then moves into your seventh. So romance, your health. You'll be working on your health. You will be more focused on expressing care through service, doing things for someone, practical relationship support. Also, work relationship becomes sweeter. So it can bring trying too hard to fix everything. Mixing love with obligation, work-life imbalance can also happen. First, this can bring about some daily support, service, and realism. Then latter half is about relationship, love, and also support from your loved ones. And as regards to Rahu and Ketu, Saturn and Jupiter are going to be there only where they were. And as regards to your Ketu is concerned, Ketu is going to be changing nakshatras. It is about the 10th house themes are already playing out in the detachment from status, dissatisfaction with career image, wondering whether work still means what it used to, less interest in empty recognition, karmic connection, and with the profession also. So this is like, you have been in Purva Falguni, comfort seeking, image maintaining. Now with Magha on the 20th April, which is the true nodes I'm talking about, true Ketu, this changes the tone strongly. It is more about authority, dignity, legacy, throne karma, public role, and ancestral reputation, your real place in the world. And after the 20th of April, career questions become very deep. Am I in the right role? What kind of authority do I want? Am I working only for recognition, or there is a purpose behind it also? What legacy am I building? So this is a serious shift, by the way. It can make you less interested in superficial success and more interested in meaningful position. So career is not the first headline of this month, but it is definitely active underneath. So you have Ketu in the 10th house, so that can make you, you feel like something you are rethinking, something you want to improve, something you do not want to fake anymore. So the first half may feel emotionally oriented or creatively oriented. Second half will be better for work discipline, handling criticism, improving systems, practical correction, regaining momentum. So this is the month where you can organize your work, improve your productivity, I would say. Okay, and stop giving energy to fake professional dynamics. Focus on quality over ego. If you are in the public role, so don't chase image alone. Be authentic. Financially, this could be a mixed month because focus is, on children or creative spending, or home related expenses can happen. You have to renovate your place or something. Joint finances or hidden obligations become visible, or deeper money questions come in. But also smart financial correction is taking place, by the way, less impulsiveness if you stay calm. Practical improvements after mid-month. Maybe side cake, maybe I can make more money from multiple sources of income can start, or better money behavior through discipline, you can increase. So this is not a month for reckless speculation. And with 5th house and 8th house Jupiter and 10th house Ketu activated, you must avoid emotional investing, proving yourself through spending, and financial drama linked to pride, showing off and all. Okay, so use this month for reviewing, organizing, and stabilizing. In relationship, love, romance, this is one of the strongest themes of the month because Saturn, Mars, Sun will be there. So, and Venus is also in the 6th and the 7th houses this month. So it is definitely good for creative bonding, wanting to express love. And yes, if you're single, so someone can enter your life, especially someone meaningful and more intense also emotionally. Attraction may feel deep, not casual. If you're already in love, then this will definitely deepen the connection. But it can also bring emotional expectations. Avoid possessiveness or testing the other person. So the month becomes practical, less dreamy to start with, and then becomes more emotional also. Okay. Marriage and commitment bonds, of course, this is the month where you're going to be making some adjustments, and the emotional tension is going to increase or intense because of the Sun and Saturn combination. So don't be reactive, don't be over observant also. So this month is better for honest expression, shared time, warmth with maturity, not for emotional mind games, assuming without asking, oh, this person must be thinking this, that. So creating crisis to feel closeness. Children and education wise, for children, more attention is needed. They may need structure and emotional support. Your patience matters. Don't impose too much pressure, on the children because of you going through something inside, internal state. For students, this month can be very strong for creativity, focused study, and serious output. And but distraction can be there. So be careful about all these things. Discipline, effort is the key. This is the month for serious study, artistic learning, exam preparation, educational planning. As regards to loans, litigation, debt, and all, so this can be the month where you second half becomes better and more relevant. Sun here, is going to be in the 5th and the 6th houses. So work pressure will be there. Debt correction will be there. Legal admin matters will also be, stressed upon. So it's the month which can be good for, handling pending matters and getting clearer on obligations. Solve rather than postponing. Not a good month for emotionally reactive and financial and legal pressure. Ignore paperwork, fight unnecessarily. This is not that kind of a month. So I would say don't be dramatic, just be strategic this month. As regards to your own health, pets, and animals, watch for inflammation, stress, reproductive or hormonal imbalance, also stomach or digestive issues. There can be some emotional overload that you are going through, too many things happening at the same time. So fatigue from carrying too much silently. Share with your partner. Venus is going to be in your 7th house. It's good. And Sun is entering your 6th house. So you can actually correct a lot of things through discipline. So fix sleep, fix food, fix schedule, reduce emotional overexertion. Sun is going to be in your 6th house. And as regards to your pets and animals, they can bring healing to you also. Keep routine stable of theirs. Don't transmit tension unconsciously. And business, you can start. Venus will be transiting your 7th house. It's good for creative ventures, consulting. On the 19th April, Venus will be transiting your 7th house. Coaching, education, healing, astrology, content, work linked to children, creativity, or emotional depth. These are good for you. So it's useful for refining your business model, maybe rebuilding your structure, rebuilding structure, clarifying the emotional and financial purpose behind the business. This is not good for risky speculative launches, crypto, this, that, Bitcoin, not a good time. Spending to impress, not a good time. And don't enter in a relationship the person you don't really know. And unclear partnerships, as we say, in business as well as in relationship. So launching out of frustration can also be causing trouble. So this month can actually be good because your creative and expressive zones are getting activated. But again, build with depth, not with impulse. And we have Mesha Sankranti also in your 6th house. So this is, of course, good for self-correction, discipline, clearing routine, beginning a healthier cycle. And then Akshaya Tritiya is starting, is there. So good for making a clean financial intention, starting a disciplined habit, beginning with sincerity, not ego, offering charity for before asking for yourself and for your own growth. And this is the month where you have Hanuman Jayanti to start with also. So this is definitely going to get activated. Do Hanuman Chalisa any which ways on Tuesdays or Saturdays. You can do on both days also. And Shiv prayer for emotional balancing. Feed animals and birds and offer water to the sun after mid-month for health and strength. And light a diya at home in the east direction for peace and mental restlessness that is rising. And on Akshaya Tritiya, begin something with honesty, not to show it to others. Practical remedy wise, I can tell you, don't keep emotional pressure trapped in your body. The best is to soak your feet in the night in the Epsom salt or any salt. Soak your feet for 15 minutes and let the toxins or your negative thoughts flow out of your body. They are trapped. Journal rather than reacting. Reduce home clutter. Avoid power struggles in romance. Practice one strong routine daily. Give children or loved ones your actual presence. Walk, train, breathe, move the Mars energy physically. So, what I can suggest is that what is happening in your heart, your creativity, your home, your emotional truth is the key theme for the first half, and the latter half says now what you are doing or what you are going to be doing is about your daily life. Okay, that is going to set the tone of your daily life. So feel deeply but don't drown, act strongly but don't force, love fully but don't control. Okay, because the real power of April is this taking everything intense inside you and turning it into something steady, useful, and transformative. So I request you all for one thing, that is that please wait for the second part. Because I'm a bit tired also. It's a long video that I've already done. So the rest of the 4 signs, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, will be aired. I'll go live and do it today itself. I need to do puja also, evening puja I have not done yet. So please pardon me for this. I will surely be coming back and will be completing the video. As you know, I stick to my commitments. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed. Om Tat Sat.